Hello everybody and welcome back. Here we are, SMG, Super Mario Group, hello. Good to see you in the chat. It is a weird day weather-wise. It's a weird day. Take a look. Take a look out there. You know, the thumbnail of this video, I put the text, "What is going on?" And I meant like what's going on at Canada's Wonderland, and we're going to find out today. But what I think I subconsciously meant is what is going on with the weather forecasts as of late. Because I swear to God, every time that I look at the weather forecast, it's like the complete opposite of what the weather is. Like, it said it was going to be sunny today, and it was going to be like 23 degrees. And I'm sitting here, like, cold. It's windy. There's clearly rain clouds on the way. It rained a little bit already. I think it said there was like a 20% chance of rain. 20% chance. Like, do these weathermen look out the window ever? Have they ever even seen the sky? What is going on? What is going on? Anyway, that's enough of me griping about that. I have another thing to gripe about. So, you'll see here, I'm at the Lazy Bear Lodge. I got my drink bracelet on. I got my Greenwood IPA. This is an amazing IPA, honestly. Left Field Brewery. They're a good brewery, good brewing company, but the Greenwood IPA is like, it's like their Mona Lisa, you know? If you haven't tried it, if you're a beer drinker, try it. It's amazing. It's great, but be careful. It does get you, you know, pretty drunk pretty quick, so keep that in mind. But let me turn this camera around here because let me point out my other gripe real quick here. All right, so here I am. I'm probably gonna get some copyrights for this. My hair's crazy because of the wind, but I'm sitting right next to the speaker, so if you hear this copyrighted music, unfortunately it is what it is. But here's my gripe. So I have the Greenwood IPA, as I mentioned already, and the reason that I have this drink right now is because I wasn't even really planning on getting a beer today, but I got kind of lured in by the Steam Whistle tent over here. So there's a Steam Whistle van and little tent that was set up yesterday, and it's going to be here all weekend. I did do a little update video yesterday that kind of briefly mentioned it because I didn't see it operating yesterday. It may have later in the day. SMG just got back from Wonderland. Got parked at 9. Wow, that's amazing. You know what? That's what you have to do because right now it's super busy. We're gonna take our walk around the park and we're gonna see what the wait times are, but it's pretty busy. Like, I walked past Alpen Fury. It's a 120-minute wait, 2 hours, same as it was yesterday. But I haven't seen the other times yet. But we will see. We'll find out together. And I'm gonna go over to the Steam Whistle. Actually, you know what though? I don't want to make them feel like weird about it. So they have a tent, as I said. Here, I'll turn the camera around so you can at least see that. Right over there. There's a tent and there is a van, and they are Steam Whistle branded. Now, of course, the optimist that I ever am, I was hoping that perhaps they would be handing out free beer, but of course that's just never going to be the case, is it? But what I didn't expect is that the deal would be so strange. So let me head over here and take a look at the sign. I want to see if anyone who's watching can decipher what's going on in this sign here across the stream of people. So here is the deal. So it's the fireworks weekend special, 1 pint and refill, $19.99. Pint only, $9.99, or pint refill, $14.99. So try and figure that out in your head. So my original thought was like, well, if you just want 1 pint, then it's $10. And if you want to refill it, it's $14. But if you want 1 pint and a refill on top of it, then you get a deal because that's less than $9.99 plus $14.99. But then I started thinking, well, why don't you just, if the refill is $14.99, why don't you just get 2 pints? But I went over and asked, and get this, the pint only actually only refers to the pint glass. There's no beer in the glass. It's just the pint glass. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back, Greg. Welcome back. Greg For all y'all watching that don't know who Greg is, Greg and I do a podcast. It is, it's a little more, I guess, not general audience friendly. Is that a good way of saying that, Greg? So if you're going to listen to it, approach with caution, you know? But anyway, this is the, I'm getting distracted. This is the weekend deal for the beer, right? So Fireworks Weekend Special, $19.99 for 1 pint and refill. Pint only $9.99. Pint refill $14.99. So why wouldn't you just buy 2 pints for $20? Why would you pay $14.99 for a refill? The reason is you're not getting any beer with the pint only. So like the base fee is $19.99 because you need to buy the pint glass and the refill to even have beer in your pint glass to begin with. And then the additional refills are $14.99. So basically it's a $20 pint, and then every additional one's $15. Now remember, you gotta add tax, you gotta add tip, you know? So I gotta say, the wording on this is just awful. Obviously they've done this intentionally to lure people in. And that's what happened. I went over, I was like, I'll get that $9.99 pint. They're like, oh, well, no, you have to get the thing. And I'm like, what? Well, then I get 2 beers? No, you only get 1 beer. So I thought, you know what? Steam Whistle's pretty good beer, but right across is the Lazy Bear Bar, where $16 after the tax and tip, still pretty expensive, but you get a Greenwood IPA, which in my opinion is a much better beer. It is way too expensive. It's outrageous. So keep in mind, if you are coming here this weekend and you want to get some beer, you're going to see that tent and you're going to think, oh, hey, something special is going on here. So, you know, going to go and grab me one of those special Steam Whistles. Think again. It's not so good of a deal. Gaskin in the hizzy, getting busy. Jamie, good to hear from you. It's it's a weird day today. I don't know if I would call it a beauty. It's the forecast called for sun. I mean, there's a bit of it. There's a bit of blue skies over there, but it's not really what I was expecting. And there's some pretty intense rain clouds coming in this way, and that's the way the wind's blowing. So I don't know how much time we have before we're all soaking wet over here. Shout out to Gimbus the Gimbal. Yes, Cumulo Gimbus. My gimbal, my God. The gimbal. Yeah, this is, I mean, I'm merely the tool in this relationship with me and the gimbal. The gimbal is really the host of these live streams. I'm just some sort of prop. Alpenfury's been running real smooth today. Smooth like butter. Okay, let's continue our journey. Let's start our journey. We haven't even really done anything. I've just griped about the weather and the the price of beer. And I still bought a $16 beer. See, this is the thing, is that I felt like I was buying this IPA kind of out of spite, but they still got my money in the end. So my plan didn't work. My plan did not work. And I was going to get some food. But the lines, man, the lines for the food. It's another busy day at the park. The lines at the Lazy Bear Lodge were, like out the door. Out the door. What else are we watching for, if not the gimbal? Or my gripes. I guess that's probably what you're referring to. My gripes. Well, so far I have only had 2 gripes. Now, on the flip side of my gripes and my negativity, I will mention something that's actually quite positive that I just learned about recently. For anyone watching, I would recommend checking this out because it's quite fun. There's a Facebook group called Canada's Wonderland Treasure Hunt. Only 2 trained. Yeah, Hey, how's it going?
Nice to
Good
see
to
you,
see
man.
you.
How you been?
Hey, hello. Hey, you're on the live stream right now.
Hey guys, good to see you.
That's awesome. You guys been on any rides today?
Just a few.
Just a few? Yeah.
We just got here like 10 o'clock or so.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
3 hours to get here in the morning, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty busy today, too,
I see
right?
you're pretty busy on the line, man.
Yeah.
You went to Epic Universe, eh?
I went to Epic Universe, yeah. It's
That
so
must be
much fun.
crazy.
It's so good. If you get the chance, like, it is... So, like, in terms of, like, thrill rides and stuff, it's not got that much. Like, they're very, like, tame. But the immersion, that's what it's all about.
Theming, man,
the
would be
theming
awesome.
is, like, next level. When you go in there, like, it's literally... It feels like otherworldly. It's amazing.
I bet.
It's
Yeah,
so
man.
good.
That's cool. All right, then, well, let's get back to
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Anyways, we'll see
Great seeing you.
around.
Yeah, for
Take
sure.
care, Jordan.
Have a great day. Take care, guys. Hey, always great running into peeps IRL, you know? URL is one thing, but IRL is where it's at. So yeah, if anyone watches these streams and they see me walking around in the park, come by and say hello, you know? I love it. But and I'm really easy to recognize because I got a red bandana on. What were we talking about? Under real life, that's what URL stands for, yes. So I talked about some stuff in the update video yesterday, which is kind of funny. I got some comments on this. There's a sort of truck blocking it right now, but see if I can peer over. You can see that yellow door? Someone just came out of that yellow door. Anyway, that yellow door says the word Cornerstones on it. And I don't know that I ever noticed that sign before. Or maybe I did, but I just didn't pay attention to it. But the sign is for, believe it or not, a restaurant that we cannot access as guests of the park. You have to be an employee of the park to get there. I think maybe you can see a little better from here. And it's called Cornerstones. And apparently, the staff eat there, but they have to pay for their meals there. I find that it's a little much, don't you think? Come on, I got a lot of food here. You can give some of it to the people that are working hard. So there it is, Cornerstones, right over there. Lunchroom for the employees. But they got to pay. It's like a cafeteria. Now, also in my update video, I did talk about these tables and chairs, and here they are. They are out and about. Not too many, though. I mean, come on, it's Victoria Day weekend. We only got 4 tables in all this space. It's a little lackluster. Really cheap food? How cheap? How cheap we talking? Like $1 a hot dog like it is at Costco? Or are we talking like cheap for, you know, Canada's Wonderland? All right, let's get this awesome shot of Alpine Fury coming back. A super close shot here. It is so close that I basically missed it going by. So, yeah. I don't know, I saw someone online said that the food is kind of not the greatest. Like, I did hear something about it being cheaper than other places, but, you know, I don't know. I think that, if you're asking me, employees should have free food here. That's just my humble opinion. Anyway, the tables and chairs, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like they should have more. Like 4 parties sit down and then all the tables are occupied. But why would you sit down anyway? There's nothing even going on here. There's no stage. I guess the stage, what am I saying? There's the stage right there. This thing is the stage. You sit here all day, spend all your money on these expensive beers. But if you are going to get one and you're going to pay this price, I say go for the Greenwood IPA, because this, not only is it delicious, it is 6.3%. So technically, you're getting probably the best bang for your buck, alcohol percentage wise. And this is just amazing how fast Alpine Fury is going through today. I mean, we've seen it go by quite a few times since I've been just standing here. I feel like the intervals are like just only a couple minutes. If I knew it was going to come back that quickly, I would have stood in that spot again. But I guess we got plenty of time. I'll go back. I'll go back later. College dorm cafeterias here for food. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Can you at least get absinthe? No. Honestly, I don't think I've been anywhere that I've been able to get absinthe mixed with moonshine outside of that one bar at Epic Universe. And let me tell you, that drink is a must. If you go to Epic Universe and you don't try the Loeb Blaster at Bar Moonshine, well, then you're missing out. Because they got some good rides there, but the best ride by far is the Loeb Blaster Moonshine Absinthe and Limoncello drink. So good. Okay, now we're going to take a look at, oh, they are working on. I was wondering if they're going to be working on the Daredeviler today because the weather's kind of not the greatest. Looks like it might rain. I mean, looks like it's definitely going to rain. But there is a guy up there at the top. I don't know if you can see him. The Liver Annihilator. Liver Annihilator. Could be a cool name for a metal band or something. So there's just one guy up there. I don't know. It's like a power box or something up there he's tinkering with. But I guess they're not going to do any stuff on cranes today in case the lightning comes out. Let me see over here. There's some updates in the update video yesterday. If you watched it, you know. If you didn't watch it, just take a look. It's going to be like the next thing you see on this channel that you're currently on. And there's like a new little shack or something. I don't know what it's going to be, but it looks like a little enclosure. And it is new, I believe, because they were building it. So it looks like it's probably going to be some sort of entrance, maybe, to the ride. Maybe it's going to be themed a little bit like, you know, like the old-timey sort of plane thing. But they did remove the F-14 fighter jet. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to see that. Now, the question is, what are they going to do with that? What are they going to do with the fighter jet? Are they going to donate it to somewhere, someone? Who knows? I'd be pretty sick to end up owning that thing, huh? Oh, open in a week or 2 weeks? Well, have they finished painting it? Is this what the final product is? It's just gonna have like the strips of gray mixed with the green. I mean, it looks like there's still some painting to be done. But I do know that they did the testing, and I mean, obviously this ride did already exist, so it's not. I guess maybe it's not going to be as difficult to do all the testing and commissioning because it's like a track that already existed. So the old paint is the gray, the green is the new paint. So the new colors are green and yellow, and before it was just all gray. Not yet finished paint. Yeah. So let's see what happens there. And then obviously there's those other like things. I guess the speculation is that in the spot where the F-14 fighter jet was, we're going to get old-timey biplane like the one pictured here in this AI image. I don't know if it's AI or not. Everything's AI now. Although I did hear recently, this morning even, I heard, and you know what? I was thinking, I get so distracted so easily. I was looking at these otters the other day, and like, look at the size of these things. These things are like bigger than human beings. Imagine winning that. You gotta like carry that around with you all day. That is not a blessing. That is a curse. That's a curse. Anyway, the AI. I was looking online today, and I read that Instagram now has implemented some new AI detecting tools. So if you are posting stuff on Instagram and it's like AI generated, or like what even a script that is AI generated, and you just sort of read it, it can detect that now. And I don't know what the sort of end result is, the consequence of it being able to, like, is it going to ban your video from going on Instagram, or is it just going to, like, maybe not boost it like it does with other stuff? But who knows? Either way, it's something of interest, you know, with regards to AI and how it's taking over the world. But oh, Jamie, God, got really dark in Stony Creek. The storm might be coming in hot. No, no, say it ain't so. I didn't bring my umbrella. It's still in the car. It was like, when I drove here, the weather was not looking the greatest. In fact, it was raining. But when I got to the parking lot, there was a sliver of light, sliver of hope. And I was like, I won't be needing my umbrella. But I don't know, I might now. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. If it comes down crazy, we'll tuck into someplace, figure out what to do after that. Well, anyway, we'll walk over here. We'll do our traditional loop here over to the Behemoth and Yukon Striker. Head back around. Not a whole lot going on over here right now. Nothing going on. You know, I kind of just wish that they would take this fence away from the old Time Warp Tomb Raider thing, because it's still kind of cool to look at. Like, what purpose is this fence serving? It's just like there's already a roped off thing behind here. It's just pushing this thing out. See, you can even just walk right behind it. See, that would look a lot nicer if everyone could just see that, right? The meteorologists have been wrong. I am so cheesed with the meteorologists as of late. Every day, I swear. It's like you just have to go outside now and just bring like 3 different clothing items and just hope, for the best. But if you bring, you wear a t-shirt, you leave the house, but then you also bring a sweater, and you also bring a rain jacket. You bring like pants that you can turn into shorts, and then that way you're covered. And the antique carousel looking real nice right now. Still a little creepy, but way more colorful and inviting, more so than it previously was. But I don't know. There was something cool about just how eerie it looked before. Cyclone. Oh, got some empty seats on the Cyclone. No single riders. Sledgehammer over here. We took a look at this yesterday in our update video, and they were working on it. They were doing some work. I do. I like that artifact is cool, but they should let people see it. It's just there. So Sledgehammer's still down, but they were, you can see in the footage I got from yesterday, there's like panels in the ground. It's very strange. So over here, like right underneath that ride vehicle, you can see a little patch. There's an opening there that they were crawling into and stuff. When I walked past, I saw the guy on the floor. I literally thought there was a dead guy just in the middle of the Sledgehammer area. And I was like, oh, it's actually working. Oh my goodness, they're sending the Windseeker up? I don't know if you can hear how windy it is right now, but this is nuts, because last summer, this thing would go down when there was like a breeze. They'd be like, unfortunately, due to high winds, we can't do it. It is so windy right now. This is crazy. There's about to be a thunderstorm, and they're sending these people up. Wow. Well, good luck to them. Yeah, good, perfect time to stand in line for Alpenfury. Yeah, wait 2 hours, you'll definitely get rained out. You'll definitely get rained out. Let's see. So busy today, despite the... Did I just see lightning in the distance, or was that just an optical illusion? Yeah, it's busy today. Behemoth is... Oh man, it's busy. 45-minute wait for Behemoth. 45 minutes. That's a little much. It's not so bad in the scheme of things, but we got 45 minutes? Look at these skies. Is there 45 minutes before it starts raining? Or 5 minutes, only 5 minutes if you got the Fast Lane Plus pass. So that's a very good case for getting the Fast Lane Plus pass when it's that kind of difference. Yes, you could actually seek the wind on Windseeker. and it's coming down now. Yeah, drop tower also. I like the tall ones. The tall rides tend to go down when it's windy. I don't know. We'll see what's going on with drop tower when we get there.
Your dad's with me?
If we get there. But in other news, we're going to do another live stream tomorrow. It's going to be a little later at night, though. And it is going to be I was going to say Canada Day, the Victoria Day fireworks. So we did some fireworks live streams last summer, but I don't think we did Victoria Day. So this will be a first, kind of. But if you want to tune into that, obviously I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel tomorrow, sometime early in the day. So you'll see that pop up. You'll get a notification if you're subscribed and all that stuff. Frontier Canada. Shockwave was in Nirvana, the band, the show. Cool. Shockwave's underrated flat right here. One of my faves. One of my faves. Okay, it looks hella busy over here. Mindbuster still down for the refurbs. There's a little glimpse. Mindbuster still down for the refurbs. But Yukon Striker, okay. Let's see. Yukon Striker, 40 minutes. 40 minutes, current wait time, 5 minutes, fast lane. Another good case for investing in fast lane, if that's true. I mean, who knows? Sometimes these signs are wrong. Yeah, this is not a sunny day. A lot of people wearing like t-shirts and stuff. It's not even really t-shirt weather.
Oh no, I can't.
Hey, whoa, really? No fireworks on Civic Holiday in August. Interesting. So another first. Yukon Striker still with the super harsh stop right at the end. Just slams on the brakes. Thankfully, it's got that rubbery harness, so you just kind of bounce off of it, but always very funny way to end that ride. Just pulls you back into reality. Okay, so we have some openings here today. The Gold Rush Junction. Will we ever get a stream from a POV on a ride? No. Well, I guess we could probably do it from like one of the kids' rides, the Swan ride. You could probably do it from that, but I'm pretty sure like every other ride will not allow me to do such a thing. But here the Gold Rush Junction is open with the freestyle Coke machines. Got a little dessert place here. That was previously cold. Closed. Fool's Gold Bar is also now open, which I believe was previously closed. And then we got the Splashworks opening on May 23rd. Who in the right mind would want to get wet in this kind of weather anyway? Not me. Which is funny, because that segues perfectly into the next thing I'm going to talk about. Which is, it's not the smoothest segue because we're still pretty far away from it, but Timberwolf Falls opened yesterday. Timberwolf Falls being like, you know, the big splash, get you super soaked water ride. And honestly, it's so unbelievable to me sometimes how much people love that ride. It's a great ride, don't get me wrong. It is actually really, really refreshing on a hot summer day when you're, you know, whoa, this is someone's doing something. It's great. It's really refreshing in the summer when you're super hot, you get that massive water splash. Even just standing like on the bridge and getting splashed by other riders going through is a pretty fun experience in itself. However, there are people doing it today. Look, there's a guy going up right now. I guess the Segway did work out okay. Look, I think it's a full, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4, there's people on every single row. And they're just gonna get completely soaked, drenched from head to toe. Unbelievable. The Alpenfury Sprite drink? Interesting. I've tried there they go. Oh my goodness. And there's the splash over there. These guys are going to get pneumonia. I don't know. Like, I get it. It's fun. But like, it's just not the right time, man. The sun's not out. It's like you get so drenched on that ride. Like that's it's the equivalent of jumping into a lake. Like you literally would get just as wet if you jumped into a lake with all your clothes on as you do on Timberwolf Falls. You want that to be you today with these kind of gray skies, this kind of chilly wind? Yeah, Alpenfury Sprite drink. I had the Alpenfury beer, but I don't know where can I get the Alpenfury Sprite drink? Anywhere? Or is it a specialty drink that's in some sort of special place? You have to give like a secret handshake to somebody. Look, these folks are all soaked coming off of Timberwolf Falls, right next to the air dryer machine, which is definitely what you'll want to use. However, it's $6. Yeah, exactly. Like when you get into the vehicle, when you sit down, you're basically already soaked because the ride vehicles are filled with water. People are running. They're wearing hoodies. They're wearing long pants and hoodies. This is crazy. Run again! Okay, well, I guess they already went on it. Hey, if you're having fun, you're having fun. I guess we don't all have to have the same kind of fun, but yeah, for me personally, it sounds like a nightmare to get wet as you do on this ride and then have to walk around all day. Let's go down here and see if we can catch some of these guys getting soaked in action without myself getting soaked, because this is that bridge that I'm talking about where it's great in the summer to go up and get that secondhand blast. It's actually crazy. I went up there a few times. Oh, we just missed it. This is not a bad vantage point though here, but you can see everybody on that boat is drenched from head to toe. Oh, really? Like all the Coca-Cola Freestyle things? Wow. Yeah, everyone's drenched. Drenched. Well, like I said, everyone's definition of fun is a little different than everybody else's, you know, and that's fine. That's fine. Not for me, though. Do not want to get soaked on a day like today. So I noticed something else earlier today that I guess is kind of worth talking about. It's this roadside cafe here. So it's a nice looking little restaurant, you know, no indoor seating, only outdoor, which is obviously not awesome for the rainstorm that's about to come in. But the Roadside Chicken Cafe, where's the menu? Like, I was walking around trying to find the menu. Like, I see this, right? It's like refills your way. These are just kind of, it's like a commercial for the refillable cup option. But like, what food can you get here? You know, it's implied by the name Roadside Chicken, if I can get some chicken here. But what kind of chicken? Like on this side, it's also just the refills. So like, how do I know what food they have here? And then this sign here for the Caribou Crossing, which is kind of connected to it right over there. Like this sign just has a picture of some food with no name, no price, and then a bunch of like alcoholic options. So like, what? You know, I don't know. I considered waiting in the line. Like right now the line's not too long, but I considered waiting in there earlier and it was like substantially longer. And then just asking them what food items they had when I got to the front. But then I was like, what if I don't want anything that's on the menu? And I just wasted all my time in the line. So there's another gripe for y'all today. Chicken and Coke blended together. They serve you the chicken in your Freestyle Coke cup, your souvenir cup. That'd be pretty funny. And you can tell that it's a busy day at the park when you got Lumberjack at full capacity. There's so many people here that people have said, I guess I'll go on the Lumberjack because waiting for 2 hours for every other ride is not awesome. I shouldn't say 2 hours for every other ride. It's 2 hours for Alpenfury. It was 55 minutes for Behemoth, was it? And then 50 minutes, 40 minutes for Yukon, which is not bad. Vortex over here, though. I just saw it pop up on the sign, but it went away. Let's see if it comes back. 60 minutes. It's an hour-long wait for Vortex. And they got the extended stanchions, the rope out here. The extended line, extended queue. The massive drop in signal. Oh, and the Timbers Grill is open. That was not even open earlier today because I was considering going there for some food because at least they have a menu. I'm just full of grapes today. Full of grapes? Nope, full of grapes. Alpenfury on the way back. All right, let's go into Alpenfest here and check out all the stuff that everyone wants to know about, which is, of course, the wait time for Alpenfury, what the human zoo looks like, and the new attraction that has just opened. Brand new attraction opened just yesterday here in Alpenfest. Can you believe it? Nobody's talking about it, but we're going to talk about it today. We got the alarm going off. Someone sound the alarm. Okay, so it's actually not as bad as it was yesterday. So there is still a bit of space. You got 1, 2, 3 of the zigzags that are not filled with people, but as you can see, there still are a lot of people. A lot of people back there, but not as many as yesterday. So let's see. So yesterday, full queue back there. They're saying 2 hours. Right now, 3 of the lines in the zigzag not occupied with people. How long is it going to be? Let's take a look. Find out in a moment. Right when we get past the Schlagzeit. Okay. There's a Shockwave in the back there, Greg. This still says 120 minutes. Relatively quiet, yet it is still 120 minutes for the regular line and then 15 minutes for the Fast Lane Plus line. So, I mean, I can see over there that the Fast Lane line, single rider line, not too long, basically just starting where the stairs start. But the single rider line is not the hack that you want it to be. In fact, it takes a pretty long time. So let's talk about this new attraction. There's a brand new attraction just opened yesterday here in Alpenfest. Can you believe it? Last year we got Alpenfury. This year we got something new already. Wow. You can hear the excitement in my voice. I am excited to say that they opened the Farbspiel yesterday. Farbspiel. Over here. We're heading towards it right now. What is Farbspiel, you ask? Now, I don't know what the word Farbspiel means, but spiel in English is like a speech, right? You're going along spiel, Farbspiel. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, Farbspiel is this new Midway game right here. Opened yesterday. So exciting. I mean, this is probably more exciting than Alpenfury, I would say. So this, I'm being sarcastic, by the way. Brian, nice. Cool, I think I saw you, actually. So this is the new Midway game. Farbspiel, 8 balls. Wait a minute, what does this mean? Fun size, mega size, legendary size. 8 balls, 25. Winner, 3 balls, 17. Every 1 ball, 12 times. 1 prize per game, multi-ball games. Well, at least it's generating a bit more interest than the other Midway games. I think the team member's actually explaining right now how it works, but I think it's probably pretty self-explanatory. Like, you could, I think you just throw the balls, they're like pickleball style balls, throw them into these holes, and I guess if you get them and they match the colors, perhaps, then you win some of these plush toys. I don't know. Honestly, guys, it's one of those things where I don't know what could have been done with this space, but was another Midway game necessary? And these games cost, like, the price isn't even on there. It's probably like $7.99 to play the game. I don't know. There's already 2 of them, 3 of them technically over there. We got the Schlagzeit, and then we got the Muck Bucket, which forever in my mind shall be known as Cactus Blast. For those of you that know, you know why. But tell me exactly how many people you see at Schlagzeit. Tell me how many people you see at Cactus Blast. I'll tell you, nobody goes there. So I don't know why, based on the low interest of the other Midway games, they thought, let's throw in another one. But then again, what could have been there? You know, something interesting and fun to think about. What could have gone in that tiny space? Obviously, it's not big enough for another ride. But what could have been there? Last October, during the Halloween Haunt, they had a Conjuring merch store there. It's right outside of the Conjuring maze. And that was pretty cool. I liked that because they had some pretty cool merch there. They had it dressed up a little bit to, you know, go with the theming of the Conjuring movies. They had the Annabelle doll there. Is the bat working today? The bat is not working today. 50-50 chance anytime you come into the park. And today it is not working. But it might be back later today. That's the thing about that that ride, is that it could come back at any time. Refreshments is now open. I didn't see that open the other day. Here's another look at the Shockwave. Nirvana, the band, the show. What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know. What could go in that spot where they've set up the new Farbspiel? Would it be unreasonable to have like a Halloween sort of store, like an all year round Halloween store that just sold some creepy? I guess maybe thematically it wouldn't fit in the Alpenfest area. Well, I don't know. I mean, that could be kind of different and kind of cool. It might even generate more money, you know, than a Midway game. But what else? Another thing that came to mind, but probably wouldn't make sense in Alpenfest area, would probably make more sense here in Medieval Fair, is remember those old-timey games where you would like throw a ball at a thing that would like dunk a guy into like a tank of water? It's very busy here at the King's Feast outdoor section. You're gonna have to sit with strangers if you want a table. But yeah, Obviously, the water dunking thing, I don't think it would make sense in Alpenfest. I think it would make more sense here, Medieval Fair. But, you know, I'm just riffing. I'm riffing. Oh, personally, I think the Midway Games little lame. It's a little lame. But as I said earlier, everyone has a different definition of fun, and if your definition of fun is throwing balls into holes and winning plush toys, then hey, who's to say that that's not fun? So here we are at Leviathan. It's busy. I got to dodge people, and the wait time is 80 minutes. 80 minutes. That is an hour and 20 minutes. Or only 5 minutes if you have the Fast Lane Plus Pass, which again raises pretty good case for investing in the Fast Lane Pass. These are the scenarios where these things actually make sense. But I guess if you come early to the park, just like SMG did. It glitched when I said throwing balls. Amazing. This is the comedic timing that, you know, you can't script. This is life throwing you a bone, a funny bone. And just as suspected, this ride is closed due to high winds, and we're looking at the drop tower. Drop tower scream zone. No one's gonna be screaming today, except screaming that they might be screaming if they're waiting in this line here. My goodness. Basically every part of this line is basically taken up except for this first part. If that goes any further back, they're going to have to maybe, well, look, they already have the stanchions out here, so maybe they are already expecting an extended queue situation. And I haven't seen a train go up. Let's see, are we expecting this rainstorm to come in like right now? What's happening? What is happening? Yeah, it definitely can be. It really depends on what your strategy is. If you're the kind of person that wants to kind of come in here, pouring rain in the beaches, great. Yeah, if you're the kind of person that wants to, you know, come to the park leisurely, just kind of pop in, pop out, or like, you know, show up in the middle of the day. You don't want to like wake up super early and be at the front of the line at the front of the park. I would say 100% Fast Pass. But I know there's other people as well that like to go with the strategy of just showing up early, rapidly kind of knocking out the rides at the times that, you know, it's the most convenient to do so with the shortest wait times. But much like the fun thing I was talking about, where everyone's kind of got their own version of fun and that's all valid in its own right, I would also say the same applies to your strategy for, you know, going on rides with or without a Fast Pass. So there's like nobody on there's nobody loaded into the ride vehicle right now. So I don't know if they are preemptively holding for the imminent thunderstorm or if it's unrelated, separate issue going on right there. But let's see. Oh no. I felt a drop. It hit me right in the cheek. Okay. So we are going to head back around to the front, and then hopefully, if the timing works out well, I will be able to be inside one of the stores. If it starts coming down, then we can spend the last 10 minutes of the live stream checking out if there's any new merch or anything like that, which isn't always as exciting as looking at the rides, but hey, what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do if it's pouring rain? I'm not gonna just stand out here, destroy my gimbal and my camera. Well, I'm gonna try not to be in the rain. I'm gonna try my best to not be in the rain. I'm walking a little bit faster. You might see this walk turn into a run, depending on what happens. And there's a lot of, I don't know if these are picking up in the live stream, but there's a lot of birds, just these little birds flying all over the place. What kind of birds are these? Are they like freaking out because they know it's about to like thunderstorm right now? The wind is coming in strong. Whoa, wait a minute. The sign on... I mean, they've changed the sign right now? Oh man, I kind of feel like I want to go back and check that out. But I don't know if I can risk it. Not with this impending torrential downpour. What is this thing? Is this ever open? Tony, another Anko fan. Love it. Yes, it's quite the pivot indeed, but I'm glad that some people are into it. I wasn't sure how people would respond to the pivot from Animal Collective to theme parks. However, I do believe there is a kind of related pipeline, because I don't have like proof of this, but I'm pretty sure the AC guys are fans of theme parks, because there are numerous photos of them on rides. So maybe one day the ultimate crossover will be that we do a a theme park video with the members of Animal Collective. Should be mind-blowing, obviously. Oh, during the off-season. Gotcha. Okay, good. That saved me the trek back there. Gotta seek shelter. I feel like this storm is imminent. You know, you can tell. You can just tell. It's not just like the little droplets of water. It's like the wind. There's something like, you feel it deep in your soul. Speaking of soul, I should mention that yesterday when I watched the grand opening of the Farbspiel Midway game, I had a pretty funny experience, because it was like early in the morning and they were opening up the shutters, and the manager was kind of there watching the other team members kind of open it up. And I swear she had this like glint in her eye of pride, like that everything's been leading to the opening of this Farbspiel Midway game. I just felt like I had to share that, because I felt like proud for her in that moment, but I also was like, this is like the lamest thing. In terms of everything they got going on at this park. What's my favorite roller coaster and favorite member of Animal Collective? Wow. Two questions that are very difficult to answer, but here's the thing. Both of them are kind of the same answer, because each roller coaster, I mean, the good ones, there's so many good ones, they all have, you know, their own unique qualities and reasons for being good. And that, I think, also applies to the members of Animal Collective. I think this year I've been really blown out of the water with Geologist's output. I think, you know, his official solo Camel Lights album was incredible. I never in my life thought I would be listening to hurdy-gurdy music as much as I currently am. It's a very unexpected turn. But I think, I know you want an actual answer though, so I will, I'll let you know that if I were to choose one, like if someone had a gun to my head and I had only one option, my favorite roller coaster is Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. And my favorite member of Animal Collective, I would say, just because I don't feel like there's been any sort of like letdown in quality, would be Panda Bear. In fact, if anything, Panda Bear's music has just gotten infinitely better as time has gone on. Like every release that Panda Bear puts out is better than the last one, and it's just mind blowing, because each time I hear something new from him, I'm like, you can't get better than this. It's impossible. And lo and behold, yes, man, Camel Lights was incredible. The new album with Avi, the Cross Voice album, yes, I did get that on vinyl last week, and I spun that vinyl maybe like 3 times from start to finish, and it's so good. It's so beautiful. There's a couple like haunting moments on it, but it's like, I would say 90% just beauty and serenity. And I would recommend, you know, this is not my recommendation, it is their recommendation, is you go out there into the wilderness, into the wild, and you listen to that album while you're on a hike or you're in nature, because it perfectly soundtracks that experience. So yes, I love it. I love it. Person Pitch is the best album. It is. It's truly, it's the blueprints for a lot of stuff that came out of the whole Animal Collective camp after that, I think. But there's so much, you know. And by me saying that Panda Bear is my favorite, it's like you could ask me on a different day and I might say something totally different, because like Deacon's stuff is next level. You know, he's like the secret weapon, and Geologist stuff's been amazing. AV's stuff is just incredible. For y'all that are watching that don't know anything about what I'm talking about or who Animal Collective are, or these names that I'm saying, go check out the band Animal Collective, okay? I used to post a lot of Animal Collective rarities on this channel, and now it's more of a theme park channel. But it's not to say that there won't be more Animal Collective related stuff coming out. So keep your eyes open. But if you don't know about Animal Collective, check them out. Amazing. My favorite band. So good. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, that sounds like a dream come true. Hiking around in France, listening to Cros's voice. Amazing. Okay, it's starting to rain now, so I'm going to go into the Wonderland store. Okay, we got a little lucky here with the timing. We got a little lucky. At least we got most of this live stream. We did the full loop. It's not the worst place to cap this here. I wonder how busy this store is going to get though once it fully starts coming down. Now, one thing that I really want to do in a future video, and I will do, so stay tuned, obviously subscribe and all that, is I want to make a video about all these things up here on the top shelf at the Wonderland store. I'm talking about these things here, not the merch items. So these are all little snippets of the history of the park. So there are photos up here of what the park looked like in the original days. So it is pretty cool, and you know, there's so much. It's unfortunate that it's so high up there because it's a little hard to see. I may have to bring a different camera with like a zoom lens or something, and get real close to these things. But there is some super cool relics of the past up here, so I think that could make for a pretty fun video. Like, look at this. They got this thing, the Dragonfire, and like the wooden ride vehicle. And look at this. I mean, imagine at some point Dragonfire was like the craziest ride at the park. But now, you know, we got Leviathan and Alpen Fury and Yukon Striker, so things have changed. These shirts here, these Peanuts shirts, these are the new shirts that they have. They're at $90, believe it or not. It's actually $90 for the white shirt, and for the darker shirt, it's not quite black, but this one is actually even more expensive, believe it or not. It is $91.99. $91.99, and that irks me. Let's get into another gripe here, because $89.99 versus $91.99, like, that is just that's just milking, you know. That is a nickel and diming the customer. It's like a $2 difference, and $91.99. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Never once have I seen a product being sold at $91.99. See if there's anything else new around here. These might be new. These are capybaras, pride of Toronto, even though they're not native to here. But we do have an excellent story about them escaping from a petting zoo. Google it. I think those might be new. Not overly exciting. Unless you're into capybaras. And if you're into axolotls, there's loads of axolotls. It's an axolotl summer. You heard of Brat Summer. It's axolotl summer here at Canada's Wonderland. Alright. yeah, it's, I don't, I guess we're going to end this live stream here because I can't really do much unless anyone has some requests for me to look at something specific in this store. I feel like I've covered this store pretty thoroughly in the update videos. Is it? Wait a minute. Is it still raining? Okay, it is still raining. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for watching, of course, and thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, obviously you should, because there's loads more live streams. There's one tomorrow for the Victoria Day celebrations and the fireworks. If you can't come down to the park and you want to see some fireworks, then the next best thing, of course, is to subscribe to Jordan's World and to watch the fireworks tomorrow. So that's going to be tomorrow night. I will be posting the link to that earlier in the day, so you can get ready for it. And yeah, or whoever wants to join in, I'll see you there. And as always, thanks for watching.